Saliban Junio, Venezuela, Pinupun, Sian Kuruk, Vian Kalamba, Vientiano. So, hello, I'm here to try to translate in French. And there's a questions, for example, is how are you going to ask what time is it in French? And the other question is how are you going to say it is in French? And the next question is explain the use of the 24-hour clock pattern. And more so on questions. So I try my best to speak properly, to speak French. So let's go. So I proceed to next question. So the question is how are you going to ask what time is it in French? So quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? And for the next question is how are you going to say it is in French? Il est. Il est. So and the next question is explain the use of 24-hour clock pattern. So they have different time compared to the Philippines in the French. So in the Philippines we use the same time, like 1 p.m. is the 1. It's like a 2 p.m. is 2, like that. And the time of the French is different. They use the like military time. Like if it's 12, no, 1 p.m. they use a 13. It's the equivalent 13. If the 2 is 14, is 3 is 15, like that. So I'm trying to speak French in the time in the French that call first is the 1 a.m. It's French is called inner, and the 2 is dozer. The 2 a.m. sorry, dozer. The 3 a.m. is twazer, and for the 4 a.m. is katea, and the 5 a.m. is a sankea, and for the 6 a.m. is a zizer, and for the 7 a.m. is a setea, and for the 8 a.m. is a nitea, and the 9 a.m. is a nuvea, and for the 10 a.m. is gisea, parang masaya. And for 11 a.m. is ansea, and for the 12 p.m. is miji, and let's go to proceed to p.m. to afternoon. So for 1 p.m. is called French is casea, and for the 2 p.m. is quatorzea, and for the 3 p.m. is quinzea, and for the 4 p.m. is zezea, and for the 5 p.m. is gissetel, and for the 6 p.m. is giswitel, and for the 7 p.m. is gisnever, and for the 8 p.m. is the vontea, and for the 9 p.m. is von pioneer, and for the 10 p.m. is a von dizer, and for 11 p.m. is von twazer, is for the midnight, 12 midnight is von Quetzala. And next is let's go to proceed. How are you going to say 15 minutes past a certain hour? Example: 2:15, 3:15 minutes, 4:15 minutes, And the next is, how are you going to say that 30 minutes pass a certain hour? Example 5:30, 6:30, and 7:30. And for the next question is, how are you going to say, last question is, how are you going to say 15 minutes before a certain hour? Example 13:45 minutes, 14:45 minutes, and 15:45 minutes. So, let's go to proceed the first question. It is a 2:15, 3:15, and 4:15. So I'm trying to speak French in the right, So to 2:15 is deux sakians, and for the 3:50 is trois sakians, and for the 4:15 is ket hokian, and for the next question is it's 30 minutes past a certain hour. So 5:30, 6:30, and 7:30. So the 5:30 in French is 5 heures demi, and for the 6:30 is 6 et demi, and for the 7:30 is the 7 demi. And then the last question is, how are we going to say 50 minutes before a certain hour? So these are 13:45 minutes, and 14:45 minutes, and 15 and 45 minutes. So for 13:45 minutes is called French is tres cohons site, and for the 14:45 minutes is a ketuzu keong site, and for the last is 15:45 is a kes keong site. That's all. Thank you. I hope you will learn something. Thank you.